Winter is over, and do I have a great recommendation for you. So if you're looking for a true Weizenbock beer and one that will surely make you look like a connoisseur, then join me on this tasting. My name is Eddie, and I have tasted and sampled many beers from all over the world, and it is my passion to help you find that perfect beer you're looking for. Whether you're looking to try something new or there is something very specific that you're looking for to pair with your food, I got your back. Welcome back, beer lovers. Thank you for spending the next few minutes with me. As I said in the intro, my name is Eddie, and on this channel, I taste and review all kinds of beers and give you my most honest opinion about them, as well as some ideas to pair them with your food, just like the one you're about to watch. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and clicking that bell icon down there so you're notified every time I release a new beer review video. And if you like the video, you know what to do, hit that thumbs up. So what did I say in the intro? I have a great Weizenbock, and none other than from Weihenstephaner Vitus. And this is their Weizenbock, and I will be completely honest with you, I have never had this style of beer. So I thought, let's start from the top, right? Let's start from the guys who really know how to make it. And did you see this huge bottle? It's basically like a half a liter bottle. So looking forward to this. And it's funny, as I've been doing research, as I always do, especially when I'm tasting new beers, I was reading, and some people recommend, a lot of people recommend using a tulip glass for the Weizenbock style. However, the people at Weihenstephaner pour their Vitus in a chalice. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to recommend you do. But to be honest with you, next time I pour myself one, I'm going to test it in the tulip and see which one I like better. And remember that always having the glass, the right glass for the beer that you're tasting is a big part of becoming a beer connoisseur and showing that you're a beer connoisseur. So if you want to get your own set of Beer Connoisseur TV glasses, check out the description of the video below and see how you can get your hands on a set. Now, where do we always start? Appearance, right? More importantly, the 3 C's of appearance, which are color, clarity, and carbonation. That is right, my friend. Look at that color. It's a pale yellow color, kind of like a straw yellow color, very hazy, and this is one of very few German beers that you're going to find that they are this kind of hazy beer. Very cloudy, very hazy. Lots of carbonation. I see a lot of action in there, and you saw the big head of foam. It does dissipate rather quickly. So, and again, with such a huge bottle and such a small chalice, I have plenty of beer here left in this big bottle. But you see that big head of foam, still about a little bit over a finger, I would say about 3/4 of an inch still remaining, but it is dissipating rather quickly. Now let's go for the aromas, right? Well, significantly, I would say banana aromas. And then bready malt, definitely in there, with a hint of other kind of like darker fruit aromas there, maybe even some spice, but no hoppy or any kind of aromas like that, like this. And not that you expect anything because of the noble German hops. They don't really give a lot of aromas. So I'm going to taste it and let you know how that goes. That is a very smooth while complex flavor there. It starts very refreshing, by the way. It starts somewhat bitter, but not like with a big bite of bitterness. And then a lot of that fruit, a lot of that banana really comes through, some clove maybe, and then that bready malt base really coats your palate, and then towards the end, more banana. So I really felt could really taste the bananas most throughout towards the end. It's not an overpowering, it's just kind of like undertones hidden there, right under that palate of bready sweetness. But it's a lot sweeter than I expected from those aromas, to be honest with you. And it's, I would say it's heavier than I expected. So it's not a light, I wouldn't call it a light beer, maybe light to medium body beer. Very refreshing, and it kind of has like a clean finish, even though that banana is part of that finish, but it's kind of clean there. And that all comes important because for what I'm going to give you next, which is the part that you come to me, the part that makes you a connoisseur, the food pairings. Now it is interesting because Weizenbock beers come in very, very different styles, and the range of styles is really, really huge. They can go from darker, almost like Dunkelweizen, to a lot lighter, which is a lot more like a hefeweizen, which this one is actually feels a lot closer to a hefeweizen if you ask me. So that all comes important when you're going to pair some food. So for this specific Weizenbock, the Vitus from Weihenstephaner, I'm going to first start with some venison sausage. Yes, some venison sausage I think is going to pair really, really well with this beer. And I was kind of doubting whether this beer was going to go great. Like I said, winter is over, so we're just beginning spring. And some people said that, you know, Weizenbock is a more like a fall or even a winter beer. But I think this one goes well with some venison sausage or some summer sausage, as we like to call them. And then I think it will go great with the veal scallopini, which, you know, it's just thinly cutlets of veal, you know, with some flour and then sauteed for a few minutes. Yes, this will go great with that beer because it still has that bready character. So things that are breaded and sauteed are going to really harmonize with some of the character in the beer, and it's really going to amplify the flavor, honestly. And then finally, I was thinking something in the seafood area. So some shrimp with scallions and crispy potatoes, you know, kind of like a tater kind of like potato cubes, and nice and crispy golden on the outside with some shrimp. Yes, that will go great. And as far as cheese, it's been a while since I have a pairing with the manchego, and I think this will go great with manchego. So let's go for that, and I'll let you know how this tasting goes, this pairing goes.
I got this passion, and it's burning deep inside of me. And this time, no.
Goodness gracious. You know what? That's a winning pairing right there. Something changed when, even in the aroma almost. It was like after I ate the manchego and I immediately put that glass up to my mouth, and then kind of like the aromas change. So I was able to pick up a lot more kind of like even like a vanilla, and then that banana sweet palate, and then the beer was a lot sweeter going through and actually cleansing. I said it has a lot of carbonation, and this is a, you know, a manchego cheese, so I needed that cleansing characteristic there to keep enjoying my cheese. So I think this was a winning pairing here, my friends. You know, you can always trust me to leave you a great recommendation for a dessert pairing. And today is no different, so check out the description below. Open the description and see what I'm bringing you as far as the dessert recipe. And I think you're going to enjoy that one as well. That concludes today's lesson, but not before I always ask you, have you had Weihenstephaner Vitus? What do you think of it? Leave me some comments in the description below. Have you paired it with anything? Have you drank it solo? Great beer to drink on its own, so you won't get any judgment from me there. Yeah, let me know how that has gone for you. Now that concludes today's lesson, and I hope I have helped you increase your beer knowledge as we all continue on this journey of becoming beer connoisseurs. And I encourage you to be on the lookout over the next few days when I release my next beer review video, and until then, enjoy!